Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, a special one-off race for the MidSouth Mafia Throwback Super Late Models here tonight. We come to the Limaland Motorsports Park. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for heat racing action. The end of practice session is about to be complete. It'll be randomized heat racing, so no qualifying on tonight's special edition of the Throwback race, thanks to MidSouth Mafia. I believe there's a prize pool of about $200 plus on the cards for tonight. And well, you'll see some familiar names, you'll see some unfamiliar names, you'll see some throwback names. Those throwback names, I've got no idea who they are. But we get set for heat race number 1. Let's take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. So heat race number 1 of 5, and starting on the pole position, driving caliber 25, it's Robbie Buchanan. He's outside the team Victory Lane Racing, caliber 33, entry of Evan C. Rolling off out of position number 3 for Slick Sim Sports, it's the 41 of Logan Rumsey. He's outside for team Victory Lane Racing, piloting caliber 0, position number 4, Damien Kiefer. Starting in your 5th starting position for NLRA MidSouth Mafia, it's the 11 machine from position number 5. It's Cody Nevin. He's outside for D1RT Racing. The ML Performance entry of Matt Logan will start position number 6. Position number 7 will be one of the names you'll see here. Again, the throwback names. Again, I got no idea who they are. Driving caliber 18, it's meant to be Kyle Bush. Yeah, starting position number 7. Stephen Breeding lines up to 24. From position number 8, and Tyler Carter for MidSouth Mafia will line up out of position number 9. 10 laps of distance, top 3 will go straight through to the main event. Everybody else will get seated into last chance qualifiers. So heat 1 of 5. It's C and Buchanan on the front row. We'll lock 15 cars directly into the show. And then we'll be able to take our top 4 from both B main number 1 and B main number 2 to lock in 23 cars in tonight's A main. Green flag is out. Robbie Buchanan got a good jump on Evan Seas. We'll work down through turn number 1 and 2. The battle is on for positions 4 and 5. Damien Kiefer and Carl Bush. Damien Kiefer pilots that nice energy drink, working down to the inside on the number 14 machine of Logan Rumsey, the Tony Stewart paint. Now, a lot of these throwback paint schemes I'll have no idea about. Well, it's just because as well it's late models. And I believe Cody Nevin will be one of the drivers in race control tonight. Evan C tries to come after your race leader, Robbie Buchanan Jr. We complete lap number 3 of 10. 7 laps left to run. C closes in once again just to the left of your screen. You watch Logan Rumsey. Now we go back up front for your top 2, your winner, your leader, and your runner-up at the moment. Buchanan holds off Evan C. I'm sure Buchanan would love to put that 21 on the pole for tonight's A main event. Second place will start 6th. Third place will start 11th. So there's still a fair bit on the line. You're looking at what is going to be 3 rows. Down to the inside goes Logan Rumsey on Evan C. See that Mopar Valvoline entry. The Francis throwback. 3 laps left to run for the 21 entry of Robbie Buchanan, leading the way from Evan C. Logan Rumsey, Damien Kiefer. Kiefer on the outside looking in at the moment. From under top 3 will go straight through to the A main. Everybody else will go and get seated into B main number 1 or B main number 2. And right now Kiefer on the outside looking in, looking like he'll start on pole for tonight's B main. But we've got the white flag upon us. Heat race number 1, C. Rumsey went to the inside. Buchanan protects that line down into turn number 3 and 4. C with a run, but no, Robbie Buchanan will hold on to heat race number 1 victory here at the Limaland Motorsports Park The MidSouth Mafia Throwback race, super late models here at Limaland. Heat number 1 is done. Let's take a look at how they will finish. Robbie Buchanan gets the job done over Evan C, home in second. Logan Rumsey will transfer directly into the show. He'll come home in the third finishing position. Then you go back to Damien Kiefer, Carl Bush, Matthew Logan, Stephen Breeding and Tyler Carter were your 8 drivers in heat race number 1. Heat number 2, Blake Majulis drives the 127, or normally drives the 127 machine. He will start from the pole position to the outside. Corey Roberts lines up at a position at number 2. Dennis Franklin lines up at a position number 3, and Clint Smith will start from position at number 4. Position number 5, and normally runs the House of Speed number 2 machine. That is Dylan Hauser. This is Hauser's house. Dylan Hauser lines up at a position at number 5, and James Braswell Jr. will start from your 6th starting position. Rick Dobbs lines up at a position number 7. Devin Moran lines up at a position number 8 with Barrett Bishop out of position number 9. So ready for a start. Heat race number 2 of 5 on the program. So Majulis in the 31. Afternoon, J-Dub. What's going on, buddy? As the green flag is out, as Hauser puts the move there on. Oh boy, that's Corey Roberts in the 77, the 29 of Rick Dobbs. Yeah, let's have a look at the instant replay at how that all unfolded. So keep an eye on the 2 machine. I'm going to stay away from that one. I'll let race control deal with that. Yeah, absolutely. Call that one a massive racing deal. 29 of Rick Dobbs. So he got some severe front and or rear end damage on that 29. And they're going to call that on the 2. Well, tough break for Dylan Hauser. So we'll go back to restart of heat number 2, and it's going to be Blake Majulis in the 31 machine, the 44, and we're going to come back to yellow. Massive shot, J-Dub. It was definitely a racing deal. That was in my opinion anyway. And I get the feeling I know why that Hauser was sent rear field, but again, we're not in the race control seat. We're up here next to him, actually, up in the booth. Clint Smith in the 44 machine, Barrett Bishop on the outside. Of your second row. Okay. Yep, no worries, J-Dub. Shot when you are. You're going to have a donny when you get home. So I don't believe caution laps will count. Hopefully we'll go back and start what will be our 3rd lap as the green flag flies once again here in heat race number 2. Again, just keep an eye on the ticker whether it goes back to lap 3 or 4 of 10. But at the moment, as it stands, there we go, playing little silly buggers, and now we're back to lap number 3. So, caution laps not counting. Braswell and Devin Moran. They'll work wheel to wheel down into turn number 3 and 4. Moran on the inside of the number 9 machine. Braswell in car number 1 up on the cushion in turns 1 out of turn number 2. Moran leads Braswell, a lane up on the top side of the racetrack. Slide jump attempt coming from Moran. No, he's going to stick mid-track. Here comes the 2 machine of Dylan Hauser, wheeling and dealing his way through the field once again. He's made his way back to position number 5. And Hauser, well, he's a man on a mission. Rambo, Dennis Franklin in the 34 machine, back in position number 6 as he gets by Barrett Bishop. Braswell will start outside the front row in the B main. There was a big move there, big dive bomb from Barrett Bishop. Now, Braswell's only going to start outside front row of the B main. Should he hold on to position number 4? And he's got a lot of work to do. As Dylan Hauser now moves into position number 4, that'll relegate the one entry of Braswell back to position number 5. Braswell, slide job on Hauser. Hauser works back to the inside. 2 to run here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Majula, Smith and Moran at the moment. Your top 3. That will automatically lock into the show. Braswell again leads a little bit of racing room up on the top side for Dylan Hauser, but already down the back straight away. Into turns 3 and 4 for the final time of heat race number 2. Blake Majulis will get the win over Clint Smith. Devin Moran home in 3rd. Hauser will come home 4th. James Braswell Jr. rounds out your top 5. Barrett Bishop, along with Corey Roberts, Dennis Franklin. As we take a look at heat number 2 results, just to confirm. So Majula, Smith, Moran go through to the main event. Hauser, Braswell, Bishop, Roberts, Franklin and Dobbs will find themselves locked in one of 2 last chance showdowns, as Nolan Olmsted lines up out of position number 1. Matt George for Hood Up Motorsports in the 75 lines up at a position number 2. Scooter Black for D1RT Racing lines up at a position number 3. Jeff Gordon lines up at a position number 4. Pretty sure that's not how you spell Jeff Gordon, but anyhow, Gordon. Ronnie Johnson lines up out of position number 5, and Tyler Berry will start from position number 6. Chase Hardy will start from position number 7, and Jason Salter lines up out of position number 8 here at Limaland. Heat number 3, cars are rolling away behind your iRacing.com pace truck. George and Olmsted. Olmsted will lead us to the green out of corner number 4, and we are racing heat number 3. And we're already 2 and 3 wide. Gordon on the outside. Here comes a pair of 5s. Johnson and Chase Hardy. Scooter Black not out of this one. 3 wide down into 1 and 2. Gordon goes right through the middle. Hardy in the 75, slips back to position 5, maybe even 6, could be even 7th or 8th, might even go back to the tail end of the field. Ronnie Johnson rolls to the inside of the racetrack through 1 and 2. He gets by Jeff Gordon. Chase Hardy along with Jason Salter. First couple of cars outside looking in here in heat race number 3 of 5. Ronnie Johnson keeps the 5 down to the low side. Into 3 and 4 again. He'll stay glued to the bottom side. Nolan Olmsted, look out. You're about to have company here. Olmsted goes right through the middle. Johnson down to the bottom. Gordon also rolling the bottom side. Chase Hardy starting to figure things out once again. He's moved his way back to position number 4. So Scooter Black and Matt George, both a couple of drivers that have got the reverse blinkers on at the moment. Gordon going upstairs into turn number 3 and 4. Again opens up the door for the 19 entry of Chase Hardy. Gordon through the middle of 1 and 2. Hardy back to the inside. They'll race door to door and wheel to wheel down into turn number 3. Gordon on the top. Hardy on the low side. Hardy's got 3rd at the start finish line with just 3 laps left to run. The 24 of Jeff Gordon. Can he get back into position number 3 or the top 3 to put himself directly into the show? Otherwise, we'll see him in a consolation race later on this evening. But at the moment, Nolan Olmsted, he's got this car figured out right now. Your final lap is upon us in heat number 3. It's going to be Nolan Olmsted in the 4 machine getting the checkers. Second will go to Ronnie Johnson and Chase Hardy and Jeff Gordon. That was tight at the line. I think Chase Hardy will just manage to hold on to position number 3. Let's take a look at those official results to see who will go through into the main event. And it will be Nolan Olmsted, Ronnie Johnson, and Chase Hardy getting your third and final transfer position by 0.014 of a second over the virtual, or the throwback Jeff Gordon, I should say, Jason Salter, Tyler Berry, Matt George, and Scooter Black for heat number 3. Heat number 4 lines up like this. Ryan Flatten starts from the pole position to the outside of the front row. Chris Ball from position number 2. Dylan Wilson for D1RT Racing lines up at a position number 3 to his outside. The teammate, normally the 13 entry of Jerry Flippo from position number 4. Thaddeus Marshall lines up at a position number 5, and Huey Quillen starts the 20 machine from position number 6. Desmond Busby for D1RT Racing lines up at a position number 7, and Brandon Freeberg for Backstroop Sim Sports lines up at a position number 8. Looks like we've got just the 7 cars, with Huey Quillen not making the call for your 4th heat race of the night. Heat number 4 is upon us, and well, it's going to be Ryan Flatten in the 5. Look out, there's some contact. One car nearly getting upside down, and we are going to go yellow. That is Joey Flipper in the 1J entry. Let's see how all that unfolded here in your instant replay. So keep an eye on the 1J of Jerry Flippo. Had some contact with the 28. That's Thaddeus Marshall. I'll tell you what, Flipper done well not to go upside down then. It could have been all she wrote very, very quickly. As looks like Thaddeus Marshall's already claimed that one. Looks like he may be asking to go to the back, although race control might be all over that one. Just to say, well, you know what, you made the contact, you'll go to the back, but again, that's out of our jurisdictions. We can only speculate at the moment as to what's going on and what calls are being made. So lights will go out. We'll go back to what looks like to be a complete restart. All bar Thaddeus Marshall at the tail end of the field. And well, isn't that a blessing in disguise, because Huey Quillen has made it back onto the racing surface. So he will take to the racetrack in heat number 4. And well, good news for him is he won't be a lap down. So hopefully your pace truck, your iRacing.com official pace truck, pulls down to the infield. Let's keep an eye on it, as looks like we are ready for a start. We're ready for the restart in heat number 4 of 5. And I've got a lot of drivers trying to work that inside groove. As the 21 of Dylan Wilson goes to the inside of Ryan Flatten. These two guys, they've raced each other for over a decade when it comes to the late model scene. It's Flatten, Wilson. Chris Ball runs in 3rd position. To the inside goes Wilson, using some right side romance. It's not Christmas just yet. Trying to give an early right side present to the 5 machine of Ryan Flatten, but he holds on to the race lead from Wilson Wall. Then there's a battle back between Desmond Busby, Brandon Freeberg. Huey Quillen goes around. We could be going yellow, and there it is. JW, you might be on for another Donny here. That might just be a racing deal. First glimpse of what happened with Huey Quillen. Looks like the door may have just been shut. So the 4 gets a massive run down the back straight away. But kind of, I mean, it looked like he checked up. And then unfortunately the car on the inside was maybe not expecting him to check up that much, but nonetheless, Quillen goes back to the pit area, calls the virtual tow for 1:45, and he'll have to wait to see if he can come back out in heat number 4, which I dare say if we get the 1 to green signal, we might just be going back racing here within 30 seconds. And it's Ryan Flatten one more time to lead us off turn number 4. We're back underway. Heat number 4 on 5. We're halfway home already. 5 down and 5 to run. Desmond Busby in the 71. Looks to the inside. Well, it's the pair of 71s. Chris Wall in the first of the 71s. The black, green, gold 71 entry. The Gator Tracks, I believe it is a C&M entry. Holds on to position number 3, but then you got Desmond Busby. And now here comes Brandon Freeberg. Freeberg with a clear run on the top side of the racetrack. And here comes the B12 entry. Almost 3 wide through 3 in turn 4. Busby trying to use some dip as he goes down to the inside. Keep an eye on Brandon Freeberg with just 2 to run. Here comes Thaddeus Marshall. 3 wide. Freeberg splits the gap of the 71. Now there's a battle on for the race lead. Slide job by Dylan Wilson there on Ryan Flatten. Flatten, he's got some dip. He turns it back underneath him down into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. Who's going to have it at the line? Flatten on the inside. Wilson on the outside. Dylan Wilson with a run. He gets the job done in heat number 4. Flatten will come home second. Desmond Busby will grab third. Fourth will go to Brandon Freeberg. Fifth is going to be Thaddeus Marshall, Chris Wall, Jerry Flippo, and Huey Quillen. Heat number 5, the final heat race of the evening here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. The MidSouth Mafia Throwback race. The super late models. John Ruggiero Jr. lines up for D1RT from position number 1. Brent Carter for Team Victory Lane Racing, position number 2. Matt Selby, Powerhouse Performance for position number 3. Corey Sibley, Tail Tag and Motorsports, position number 4. Position number 5, it's Billy Moyer, and Donnie Moran lines up at a position number 6. Ethan Toto will start from position number 7, and Tanner Tomasi lines up out of position number 8. So a very, very entertaining start to the heat races. Looks like we've got Matthew Selby being given an end-of-line penalty. Now, if you're wondering what for, well, it's real simple. The drivers were told if they do not have a throwback paint scheme on their car, they will be given an EOL in every race they start, regardless of where they finish. Green flag is out. Your 5th and final heat race of the evening here at Limaland, and it's going to be the 6M of John Ruggiero Jr. Here comes the LA Gear 00 machine of Brent Carter down to the inside, and that's quickly short-lived. As Corey Sibley looking like he will be the culprit for this one. So keep an eye on the 07 entry. That was Donnie Moran getting into the back of Corey Sibley into turn number 1. Right in the middle of 1 and 2, which sent the 07 around. So as the drivers get themselves resituated. Well, Tanisha, that's... Look, like I said, I could only be speculating as to why he had been sent to the tail end of the field again. Yeah, I mean... Oh, look out, there's all sorts of drama. There's Matthew Selby. But yeah, again, Denisha, I'm not too sure. That's not our doing. going on, Travis? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's not sure what that's like. I said, as John said, well, yeah, as you can see, it's showing on the broadcast, but yeah, yeah, Trav, we're doing all right. We're just living day to day, just doing what we can. Hey, we don't change. I don't change regardless of what deals get thrown my way. I'm just the same old bloke that turns up each and every night to do a broadcast. 29 has got some front end damage. I believe that is Ethan Toda on the inside of the second row. Right, the field was getting a little jumpy. We go back underway. Fifth and final heat race of the night. Selby to the inside entry of Corey Sibley. But look at Brent Carter around the outside of John Ruggiero Jr. as he powers back to the inside. Here comes the 001 entry of Tanner Tomasi, who originally lined up in position number 8. And he's into a transfer spot. And he may even go from last to first. And well, if you ain't first, you're last. Well, he's thinking, well, I started last, I might as well finish first. As here comes Tomasi. He'll now move his way to position number 2, and coming after your race leader, Brent Carter. Ruggiero slides up. Tomasi goes back around the outside of Ruggiero. Good battle for the top 3. They run nose to tail through turn number 1 and 2. Tomasi, he'll now dip it down low, down into 1, into 3. Slide job, and here comes Carter. Back to the inside. Oh, the 2 for 1. Ruggiero, Carter. Tomasi, where does he go? He'll go outside Ruggiero. He'll now tuck in line behind the 00 entry of Brent Carter. Now down to the low side into turn number 1. Slide jump for the lead as here comes Carter back to the inside. My oh my, what a battle you've got for the race lead. Brent Carter, Tanner Tomasi take a bow. Selby throwing the moves there on Corey Sibley, Ethan Toda. But the battle is on for the 1 and 2 positions. Carter, Tomasi on the outside. Carter slide of his own. Tomasi's got some dip with that sauce. That was very close at the start-finish line, but the white flag is out. 1 lap left to run. Tomasi and Carter down into turn number 3 and 4. Who's going to have it? Carter slides up. Tomasi turns it back underneath him. Tomasi will win. Heat number 5. What a race. Tomasi take about 8 to first, plus 7. He's passed the entire field en route to a victory in heat race number 5. We'll take a look at those official results coming up on your screen right now. Tomasi gets the win from Brent Carter. John Ruggiero Jr. home in 3rd. Ethan Toda, Matthew Selby, your top 5. Donnie Moran, Corey Sibley and Billy Moyer make up the 8 starters. 13 cars getting set to take to the racetrack in B main number 1. 14 laps is going to be the distance, and the top 4 will move on to your main event. Let's take a look at those 13 drivers. I did say top 4 earlier on in the night. Damien Kiefer will start from the pole position. Jeff Gordon will start from position number 2. Row 2 to the inside, position number 3. Ethan Toda to the outside. James Braswell Jr. position number 4. Thaddeus Marshall rolls off at a position number 5. Matthew Logan from position number 6. Position number 7, it's Tyler Berry and Donnie Moran out of position number 8. Position number 9, Corey Roberts and Jerry Flippo from position number 10. Tyler Carter, position number 11. Scooter Black from position number 13. And position 12. And position number 13 is Billy Moyer. I was just getting ahead of myself. So Heat 5, certainly the best race of the night. Well, the first of 2 B mains. Will these B mains live up to the hype and the expectation of what we just seen in heat number 5. Kiefer and Gordon. As we are underway, 14 laps will be the journey in your B main, the first of 2 last chance qualifiers. Gordon and Toda to the inside of the 29 machine. Braswell on the outside of the 1 machine. That's the bright orange entry to the top side of the racetrack. Remember, top 4 will go through, so we'll keep an eye on that 4th and final transfer position. As Thaddeus Marshall, he looks low on the inside of both Ethan Toda, Jeff Gordon, and now James Braswell Jr. He gets into the wall. Here comes the other one. It's who is that? That's Matthew Logan, I believe it is. Tyler Berry 3 wide. Logan, Berry, and Braswell looking. Logan in the 1 machine. Up to position number 5, Braswell. Back to position number 6. Here comes Ethan Toda, trying to find a way around the DuPont. Number 24 machine of Jeff Gordon. He works high side. Now he works down low into turn number 1 and 2. Again, as this track slickens up, it really opens up the different types of grooves that you'll see coming into play. Kiefer continues to lead the way. Next time, past the start-finish line, will be 7 down and 7 to run. Here in B main, number 1. Gordon runs in 2nd. Toda in 3rd. Toda again down to the low side through 1 and 2. He'll go back upstairs into turn number 3 and 4. Thaddeus Marshall holds on to position number 4. Whoa, boy, that was a big move there by Tyler Berry in the 19 machine. Really cutting it fine there with that slide job. And well, Berry maybe not happy with Braswell. Maybe just to pull up alongside him and well, just to say, hey, you know what? Maybe something happened between them two in the previous couple of laps while we were watching the battle towards the front of the field that we may have missed. Again, just all a bit of speculation. Just getting a drink, won't be back, won't be long. Lights are out, 10, we're going to start our 9th lap, which means we've completed 8. And we've got 6 to run. Top 4, remember, will lock themselves into the back of tonight's main event. Everybody else will unfortunately be sent packing here in the MidSouth Mafia Throwback race here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. It's Kiefer still leading the way, this time from Ethan Toda, who's moved into position number 2 before Jeff Gordon looks back to the outside. Gordon tucks in behind the 29 now as he slid up, and now look at Thaddeus Marshall gaining some insurance positions. Here comes Corey Roberts in that 71R, I believe it is. He's looking hot right now as he goes to the outside on Thaddeus Marshall with 3 laps left to run. Corey Roberts has put himself into a transfer position. Can he hold on? Roberts started 9th. He's +5 at the moment. So he's on the move. 2 laps left to run. Now he gets clear of Thaddeus Marshall. Damien Kiefer continues to lead the way from Ethan Toda, Jeff Gordon, and Corey Roberts at your top 4. White flag is out. 1 lap left to run here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. Kiefer down into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. He's going to hold on to a victory here in B main number 1. He'll go to the show. Second will go to Ethan Toda, Jeff Gordon, and Corey Roberts unofficially will come home in your 4th and final transfer position. Well, four of your 13 drivers will continue on their quest to win the MidSouth Mafia Throwback race. And those four drivers, Damien Kiefer, Ethan Toder, Jeff Gordon and Corey Roberts, all transferring to tonight's A main event for the likes of Marshall, Berry, Braswell, Flippo, Moya, Carter, Moran, Black and Logan. Well, it's time to send those guys packing here at Limaland. B main number 2, your final time for these drivers, for these 13 drivers, to have an opportunity to line up in tonight's A main. Row number 1 going to be Dylan Hauser and Brandon Freeberg. Row 2 going to be Kyle Bush and Jason Salter. Row 3, Matthew Selby and Barrett Bishop. Row 4, Chris Wall and Stephen Breeding. Row 5, Matt George and Corey Sibley. Row number 6, Dennis Franklin and Huey Quillen. And row 7 by himself to make up the 13-car field, it is Rick Dobbs. Hauser's going to be very, very tough to beat here. Keep an eye on Quillen and Selby again. Admins, race control, giving Selby the EOL, as explained earlier, and as John Darby explained. It's showing the theme, showing the throwback theme on the broadcast, but in the server, the admins see his regular app. So, not sure what's going on with admins, but I'm sure he's well. Looks like he's been given his 6th spot back, or his 5th spot back. So he's moved back up to row number 3, and well, rightfully deserved. Barrett Bishop, well, he probably copped the worst of it there on that initial start. Green flag is out for Dylan Hauser. Hauser, he'll want to stamp his authority in this B main to show that this is, as Joe White would say, this is Hauser's house. Freeberg getting a little tight on the cushion there. Look out, there is Jason Salter in the 01. Now here comes Matthew Selby down to the inside as we work into 1 and 2. Bush to the inside on Freeberg. Selby drifts up in front of Salter. Salter, he's got some dip. He'll turn it back underneath. Now he'll throw his own slider down into turn number 3 and 4. And look out, Selby makes contact there with Chris Wall in the 71. They went 3 wide down into turn number 1. They're going to go 3 wide out of turn 2. And 3 wide down the entire stretch of the back straightaway. Nearly 3 wide for an entire lap. Jason Salter, Matthew Selby and Chris Wall all take a bow. Selby and Salter really putting on a show here in B main number 2. Chris Wall trying to fend off a challenge from Stephen Breeding. Selby nearly into the back of the 01 entry of Jason Salter. Kyle Bush right on the low side in the M&M's number 18 machine. And Salter will want insurance positions at the moment. He'll look to get by Kyle Bush as he closes in on the rear bumper of the 18. Although he might close in on the rear bumper, they're not even running the same lines. Bush runs down low. Salter's running upstairs. Selby playing it smart right now with 6 to go. He knows Salter's quick on the top side. He knows they're catching up to Kyle Bush. And if Salter can get clear of Bush, that will leave the door open for Matt Selby to get by Kyle Bush. Bush still running the low side. Now he will not be able to get up there. The only time he'll get up there is when Selby and Salter both go on by, and they've already done that. Selby to the inside, Salter into the wall. Now Selby dives low down into turn number 1. Slide job by that Selby. Salter back to the inside. They're going to continue this battle for positions 3 and 4. Another slider by Salter on Selby. And Selby with some nice crisscrossing action. 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Kyle Bush comes back into the mix. 2.5 to run. Down the back straight away for Dylan Hauser. He's already taken the 2 to go signal right now. In fact, it's a lap and a half. You can't even see him on screen. He's nearly, well, he's at least a full turns 3 and 4 away. He's got 3.5 seconds, 3.7 seconds on Matt Selby. as the white flag will fly here in B main number 2, and getting the job done and showing why he will be a force to reckon with here in tonight's main event. Dylan Hauser will win your B main and go to the main event. Brendan Freeberg home in second. Matthew Selby home in third. Jason Salter unofficially gets your fourth and final transfer spot. For the likes of Kyle Bush, well, it's time to go home. Chris Wall, it's time to pack it up along with Barrett Bishop, Corey Sibley. We do have a warm-up session, so this will allow us to go through a 3-minute warm-up session it is. So, Wall, Bishop, Sibley, Quillen, and Dobbs, they're going to be sent packing 5 through to 10, along with Matt George in 11th, Dennis Franklin 12th, and Stephen Breeding home in 13th. They will also be sent packing. So, for the likes of Salter, Selby, Freeberg, and Hauser, well, it's time to get those super late models out on the racetrack as we get set. Like I said, we'll have a couple of minute warm-up session for those drivers to, well, not go out onto the racetrack because, well, maybe race control, knowing that, as you can see, this track is already black slick. There's some moisture down the straightaways, down the bottom side in turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. There's a very thin cushion to lean up around Limaland, so these drivers will have to make their decisions, get their cars set up for tonight's main event. As you can see, the guys are playing silly buggers in the middle of the virtual pit road here at the Limaland Motorsports Park for the MidSouth Mafia Throwback race. And let me have a look to see what the payout was. Oh, if I can get to the right channel. The MidSouth Mafia Throwback Attack, as they are calling it, the Super Late Models, $200 to win, and top 5, I believe it is. Or top 5 to 10 will get a payout. A $10 entry fee. Well, we have 9, 9, and 888. That's 24. So 46 cars. So still $200 to win. Well, that was at a minimum. I believe the more cars, well, they're guaranteed $200. That's with 30 cars. The payout will increase the more drivers that signed up. Like I said, they had about 40 odd drivers. So 30 seconds. Not that they're going to do much in those said 30 seconds. As again, we just wait for this timer to run out, and we'll be back in about 15 seconds time. Well, let's take a look at your 23 starters. Oh, excuse me. Jason Salter will start from position number 23. Position number 22, Corey Roberts. To the inside, position number 21, Matthew Selby. Position number 20, Jeff Gordon. Position number 19, Brandon Freeberg. Position number 18, Ethan Toner. Position number 17, Dylan Hauser. Position number 16, Damien Kiefer. Position number 15, John Rosario Jr. Position number 14, Desmond Busby. Position number 13, it's Chase Hardy. Position number 12, Devin Moran. Position number 11, Logan Rumsey. Position number 10, Brent Carter. Position number 9, Ryan Flatten. Position number 8, Ronnie Johnson. Position number 7, Clint Smith. Position number 6, Evan C. Position number 5, Tanner Tomasi. Position number 4, Dylan Wilson. Position number 3, Nolan Olmsted. Position number 2, Blake Majulis. Position number 1, Robbie Buchanan. So the MidSouth Mafia Throwback Attack Race Super Late Models here for 60 laps, and well, it went yellow, then it went green, or yellow, then it went green, then it went yellow, then it went back to yellow, back to green, and now it's back to yellow. Okay, so let's try that one again, shall we? Pace truck is coming back out onto the racetrack. Now, whether Robbie Buchanan fired a little too early for race control's liking, I'd love to have a listen in to what is being said in there, if words are being said at all. So keep an eye on the 2 entry of Dylan Hauser to come through the field. He's got a row 9 starting position. 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Make it 4 wide if you don't mind, down the back straight away. 3 wide. Oh my, it is on like Donkey Kong here in the opening exchanges of the 60 lap A main event. 1 car into the wall. I think that's Evan C. Running that Mopar entry. Nolan Olmsted down to the low side through 3 and 4. Here comes Tanner Tomasi. Remember, heat number 5, Tomasi went from the back from position number 8, and he got to a race victory. Let's see if he can put it up front in this main event. As here comes a slide job by Blake Majulis on Robbie Buchanan Jr. Buchanan Jr. was thinking about going back to the inside, but maybe because I know maybe it's just getting just a little bit. Maybe he hits someone in his ear just to say, hey, you know what? Just tuck in line. We've still got a long way to go. But you don't want to give Majulis too much time out in front because he'll run with it. Wilson in position number 3 in the 21 entry. Tomasi tries to rip the lip around the outside. Now just look to the right of the screen. Evan C gets by Clint Smith as we go yellow. SpongeBob is doing an asphalt race, Rossi. Yes, he's doing, I believe, an Xfinity race. Well, how good are mini M&Ms? You working today, Rossi, or are you off? Green flag back out here in the MidSouth Mafia Throwback Attack. Majulis, Wilson and Buchanan. Wilson has gotten by Buchanan, but Buchanan in the orange and black number 21 entry to the outside. Wilson in that blue, yellow, I think it's yellow. Yeah, blue, yellow and white. 21 down to the low side of the racetrack. Tomasi watches a pair of 21s just in front of him. He gives a little shot in the shorts to Robbie Buchanan on the top side. Tomasi's quick. Oh no, Buchanan into the wall. And we go 4 wide again. Hello, how do you do? Something's got to give. Oh my. That was tight like a tiger. And we are still green. 10 down and 50 to run the main event. Here comes C to the outside on Clint Smith down into turn number 3 and 4. Majulis has opened up a big margin right now over Dylan Wilson. You can see the gap on what it is at the time between your race leader and the rest of the field. Desmond Busby in the 71 machine works through the middle of the racetrack. He's got Brent Carter in the 00. Then you go back to John Rogerio Jr. Hard charger through the field. Chase Hardy at the moment along with Desmond Busby and Jason Salter. All 3 drivers plus 6 positions. Hardy in the 19 just rolls to the bottom side through 1 and 2. He keeps the 4 tyres down in the moisture, down on the bottom side. It must be hard to hit lap after lap to keep not only the momentum up, but also try not to hit those tyres. You can see when he rolls off the gas. You can see when he gets on it. Just look at that left front tyre and the front bumper on the left side. Ready? It's down on the ground right now, and it just lifts up when he gets back on it. So real good insight to how it is to run a super late model around here. Once he gets those tyres in the moisture down on the bottom side, that's when you see the left front just pick up, and again he'll do it again. It's just amazing to watch these super late models in action here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Now Brent Carter on the outside line. Here comes Evan C all over Tanner Tomasi through 1 and 2. He'll go to the inside. He'll feint the slide job, realizing that there was nowhere near enough for him to clear him. As Tomasi makes a mistake in 1 and 2 again, that brings the door back open. Just a jar for Evan C to try and split the gap, but my oh wowee! Talk about thread of the needle was Evan C between Dylan Wilson and Tanner Tomasi. There was about a bees you know what in it, and he managed to fit it right in, just squeezed it in there. We go back, watch Robbie Buchanan, Desmond Busby and Chase Hardy again. Busby plus 7 on the night, started 14th. He's up to 7th, that's plus 7. Who's got the biggest reverse lights on? Nolan Olmsted back in 12th position. He is minus 9. Busby looking to work by Robbie Buchanan in the 21 machine. Can he do it? Not that time. Back towards Evan C. Tanner Tomasi. Again, that door gets open. Here comes the slider from Evan C. Tries to park it on the nose of the one entry of Tanner Tomasi. He goes back to the inside on the exit on that crossover. And he clears back into position number 3. 1.7 seconds for Blake Majulis over Dylan Wilson. Those two out in front at the moment. You see the 21 entry on screen. That is Dylan Wilson. He's just losing time right now to Blake Majulis, who looks to be on a whole nother planet at the moment. But we know Majulis has got the back end speed. It almost looks like that car is too good too early, and that's not what you want. But we'll have to see how that 31 plays a part. And well, here comes the Mopar entry of Evan C. He tried on the bottom side into turn number 1 and 2 then. Couldn't quite complete the pass on Tanner Tomasi. Again, a lot of drivers working the low side. Rogerio Jr., Chase Hardy and Nolan Olmsted. They go in a 3-way battle for positions 8, 9, make that 9, 10 and 11. So Olmsted, Nolan Olmsted on the outside of a top 10 at the moment. Hardy into the wall into turn number 1. Comes back down. Look at Nolan Olmsted looking to put that 4 entry back into a top 10 after having the reverse blinkers on. Start at position number 3, 3 wide with Chase Hardy. Back to the inside again. You'll see when Hardy gets on the gas. When he gets off it, just keep an eye on that left front. I explained it to you before. You want to see how to roll the bottom side. You're getting a real good example of how Chase Hardy hits it here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. Is still a 1.8 second gap differential between Blake Majulas and Dylan Wilson. And with the longer this race goes on, you have to wonder. Time will tell whether the lap cars will play a factor in the outcome of this main event. 34 down, 26 to go. Majulas, Wilson, C, Tomasi and Clint Smith. That is your top 5. Again, we watched the battle for positions 3 and 4 on screen with Tanner Tomasi in the 1J machine. Evan C down to the inside he goes into turn number 1 and 2. Again, tried the slider, realizing that he wasn't going to get clear, so he had to pull it up. So one casualty in 37, make it 30, yeah, we'll go 37 laps. Right around now as your leader, Blake Majulas, crosses the start-finish line with 23 to run. Just the one casualty. And that happens to be Damien Kiefer. Very surprised to see Corey Roberts at the back after he showed good speed in the B main to get into tonight's 60-lap main event. Majulas again, not far away from the back of Corey Roberts and Jeff Gordon. Although the gap from 1.7 to 1.8 seconds, now down to 1.3. I said it about 10 laps ago. Is it a case of Blake Majulas was too good too early? Tomasi still holding off Evan C for positions number 3. C back there in 4th position, running the mobile. Valvoline entry, here he goes once again. Slide job by Evan C. 19 to go at the start-finish line, and well, we're down to 1.2. We're dipping into the 1.1 seconds for Dylan Wilson. But again, as we embark on lap traffic, the lap cars, this is where it gets interesting. This is where it may get tough for the race leader. Well, there's the first question going to be answered. Where does Corey Roberts go? Well, he decided to go down to the inside. Where does Jeff Gordon go? He goes through the middle, and we go yellow, and we have Jason Salter around. Wow, wait, that was a massive stretch of green flag action. We had the yellow on lap 1 due to the fact that there may have been a false start, and we had the yellow on lap 6, and I believe that was our only one, and then we just had a stint of about 34, 35 laps, somewhere around there. 6 and 7, 37, 30, yeah. It was a nice little green flag stint, that's for sure. So that's off to all the drivers. Matthew Selby being scored as a lap down. Failed to see how he was a lap down, how he's been scored as a lap down. Don't fear Denisha, he's on the lead lap. .44 down, 16 to go. The MidSouth Mafia throwback attack Super late models here at Limaland, and a good start for both Blake Majulis, but an even better restart there for Dylan Wilson. Slide job by Wilson. Majulis back to the inside. Majulis will lead lap number 49, 15 to go. Here comes Clint Smith in the 44 entry. Smith working down low, down into turn number 1 and 2, 3 and 4, sorry. Let's go car numbers. That there you seen was their best lap times of the race. Here comes Tomasi back to position number 3. Clint Smith is good on the bottom. He's good through the middle of the racetrack. Something may change inside your top 3, and it may come courtesy of car number 44 entry, Clint Smith. Not sure who is driving that 44 car. Tomasi back to the outside. Wilson got some company behind with Tomasi, Smith, Evans, C. Then you go back and look at Desmond Busby and Chase Hardy. Again, Hardy rolling the bottom side of the racetrack. Half a second between Blake Majulis, Dylan Wilson. Again, you look at the 44 of Clint Smith. Oh my, we're just 10 laps left to go here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. Could this podium slip away from Tanner Tomasi? The right side, the right rear quarter panel just giving a little bit of a love tap to the concrete wall. Not what you want to do right now. Look at Smith. Smith gets rolling through the middle of the racetrack. My wee! He is coming. And that 44 entry is hauling right now. And yes, some might say there's certainly some mail on board the 44. And we are about 8 laps away. Oh no, Dylan Hauser back in the pit area. Tough break for the House's speed owner, Dylan Hauser. I wasn't even sure where he was up to in that field actually. I'd never really gotten past sort of the top 5, top 8 drivers, because on these restarts they are very, very crucial. So the JW Hunt number 21 machine of Dylan Wilson. So 52 laps completed. 8 laps left to go here at Limaland. It's the MidSouth Mafia Throwback attack. We're back underway. This time Dylan Wilson has opted to go down to the bottom side of the racetrack, where Clint Smith was pretty good there on that last little 3 or 4 lap stint. Might have been a bit longer than that, but Smith has now opted to go to the top side of the racetrack. Wilson again's back down to the low side into turn number 3 and 4. Tomasi still fending off the challenge from both Evans C and Chase Hardy. Here comes Wilson down to the bottom side. He's good right up until the top of turn, on the exit of turn number 2 and turn 4. Absolutely, Ryan. Smith is coming. He showed the line to Dylan Wilson there on the previous run. And Wilson has gone into protective mode, but he's also trying to attack the 31 entry of Blake Majulis. 4 laps left to go here at Limaland. I don't think 4 laps is going to be enough for Dylan Wilson to get by Blake Majulis. It might take 4 laps just to catch him. It might take a little bit longer. Oh my. And with just 2 to run, Blake Majulis is not far away from a nice little $200 payday. Majulis, Wilson and Smith, they are 1, 2 and 3. Now we'll work down into turn number 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. The white flag is upon us. Through 1 and 2 goes Blake Majulis. Wilson is there. Is he close enough to make a challenge? Majulis goes in a protective mode, but it won't matter. Blake Majulis gets a little tied off turn number 4. Blake Majulis wins the MidSouth Mafia Throwback attack. Second will go to Dylan Wilson. Clint Smith comes home with the podium in third. Evan C in fourth. Chase Hardy rounds out your top 5. Desmond Busby unofficially home in 6th. And let's take a look at those official results before we go any further. So, confirmation for Blake Majulis' victory. And victorious here at Limaland in the MidSouth Mafia Throwback attack from Dylan Wilson and Clint Smith to round up the podium. Evan C and Chase Hardy make up your top 5. Desmond Busby, Tanner Tomasi, John Rosario Jr., Nolan Olmsted and Logan Rumsey make up your top 10. Then you go back to Brent Carter in 11th, Ethan Toto 12th, Devin Moran in 13th, Robbie Buchanan Jr. in 14th, 15th was Brandon Freeberg, 16th was Jeff Gordon, 17th Corey Roberts, 18th Ronnie Johnson, 19th Matthew Selby, and the last car on the lead lap. And just the 4 casualties tonight. Ryan Flattenhome in 20th, 21st was Dylan Hauser, Damien Kiefer in 22nd, and 23rd goes to Jason Salter. So well done to our podium here tonight. Well done to Blake Majulis, Dylan Wilson, and Clint Smith as we're going to await these drivers to get into the right Discord. And I'm assuming that Chase Barber is going to be the virtual Clint Smith. Is that Chase Barber that I have here?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, buddy. Loud and clear, buddy. Hey, I'm gathering you finished third, right?
Yeah, I was third.
Buddy, that was a hell of a run. I thought with about 10 or 12 to go, you were rolling that middle side very nicely. I think you might have just given up that line to Dylan Wilson there, but I mean, overall, a good run for you.
Yeah, I'll definitely take it. I mean, we were good around the middle. Like on the top, we were a little bit off, but I think once it moved down and the track kind of locked up, I knew we were going to be good down there. We had so much traction. I could just slide it through the slick. I didn't even have to hit the moisture, and it was just stuck all the way around. So.
There was a couple of different lines developing here. Obviously, the top so dominant here at Limaland. You brought that middle late in the race. I mean, Chase Hardy was working the bottom side. Overall, were you happy with how the track played out here tonight?
I mean, yeah, it was about as good as you can get it. I mean, this place is usually it's multi-groove, but it's only one groove at a time. So whenever you can work out, Blake was on the top, and then you had I think Wilson under him running the middle, so you could run 2 lines and race side by side. So it was about as good as you're gonna get it. It was a fun race. I'll give it that. It was pretty fun.
No, look, well done on third place. So what do you make of these throwback races? Are you a fan of them?
Yeah, I'm a fan of any kind of racing as long as there's money involved. That's the way I see it. I'm happy we can have these big money races go on. I appreciate all y'all for broadcasting and putting it on. Without y'all, we don't have anything to race. So.
Look, well done on third place. Before we let you go, of course, your normal sponsors that you'd have weekly supporting you weekly on the car, but also if you know any of the sponsors on this Throwback 44, now's an opportunity to thank those people.
I'd like to thank House of Speed, Cocky Floyd Consulting, Dirty South Speed Shop, Ace Graphics, and everybody helps me get out here. If it wasn't for Dylan and House of Speed and all that, car wouldn't have been nowhere near as good. I mean, we were just stuck. If you need any help, let us know.
All right, there we go. That was the aka Clint Smith of Chase Barber home in third place. We'll bring in the driver that comes home second place tonight is Dylan Wilson. Dylan, congratulations on second place. And, well, I thought you might have had something for Blake there late in that race, but he was just too good on the top side. But still, to come home second, that's nothing to hang your head about.
Yeah, pretty fun. I was not comfortable at all there for the first 20 or so laps. It was just all over the place. And thankfully, got some clean track there, got some laps, got to get in a rhythm, and that set up pretty good for the end. And I saw Chase. He got under me with the yellow there with like 8 laps to go or something. If that stayed green, he would have got by me. And then I was like, well, I mean, we had the yellow to reset, so I could see where I needed to enter and exit. So I decided to go down there, and it took me about 5 laps to really start running it right. And by then, Blake just had too big of a lead in the laps right now.
Yeah, I was going to ask, and you just sort of touched on that point with Chase getting underneath you. Once that yellow came out, was that going to be your not so much protective mode, but was that going to be your attack for those final 7 or 8 laps? There was to run that middle.
Yeah, honestly, I wanted to run the middle of the whole race. It's just the first 10 laps or so, it just went to the top, and it was just way too fast from the top. So I was happy to see it come in the middle. I was kind of hoping it would be there sooner. But it is what it is at that track. And when the middle does come in, I think it's one of the best tracks on the game. So just a little bit too late, maybe a little longer race we needed or something, but pretty fun. And it's fun to be competitive and and battling for the lead at the end of the race. So can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, well, look, well done on second place here tonight. Dylan, before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shout out to all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes this happen for you and the team?
Oh yeah, thanks to JDR Graphics for my normal wrap, not my throwback wrap. I don't remember who did this one, but thank you to him for doing my normal wraps. Thanks to D1RT Racing, thanks to UDTV for broadcasting this deal, and thanks to MidSouth for putting it on. This is probably one of the most fun races we run all year long. It looks cool. The names in the server and stuff, all of it is badass. So I hope they continue it.
All right, well done on second place, and hopefully we see you before the end of the year. If not, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, buddy.
Thank you. You too.
All right, Dylan Wilson home in second spot. Home in first place tonight to pick up a nice little cool $200 to get the job done in what is normally the 127, but piloting the 31 tonight. Blake Majulis. Blake, congratulations on your win here tonight. And well, smooth sailing out in front for 95% of that race. You must be happy with how it all panned out for you.
Yeah, for sure, Brett. Was definitely a good run. Feels good to come back over to late model stuff. Had fun. Yeah, I just had a fun night really with the pill draw stuff, and kind of adds a different concept to the race. Really good event, and happy to put it up on the winner's circle here.
You just touched on the pill draw. Obviously, no qualifying. What we see here tonight, compared to other leagues that you've got to be heavy reliant on that qualifying run. Obviously, luck plays a big part in hopefully getting a decent pill draw, especially when the track is fairly tacky. But when you come into tonight and these pill draws, what do you change that you would normally do for instead of qualifying?
Yeah, mainly just kind of worry about heat race speed and not worried so much about just one lap qualifying. And, honestly, I really like this a lot, but I also got gifted with a really good draw for the heat race, so I'm sure a lot of people feel different about it. But if you had a series or something with that, a random pill draw, I think a lot of people would like that, and I think it would shake the points up a lot more too. But yeah, like I said, it was really fun. It's just changing it up once in a while, and adds a new concept to the race. And like I said, I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, well, look, well done on picking up some cash here tonight in the MidSouth Mafia Throwback Attack race here at Limaland. Blake, congratulations on the win. No doubt there's a lot of great sponsors that help you week in and week out, and a lot of great people behind the scenes that obviously don't get the recognition that they probably should. So now's an opportunity to thank each and every one.
I appreciate it. Majula Say Speed Shop, all my guys, CFM Esports. Everyone ran good tonight. It's a bummer that Robbie wrecked there because he was pretty fast up front. But yeah, I got to thank my whole crew over there. They did great tonight. Race XR, WR1 Sim Chassis, Represent Limited, Game Up Nutrition, Reliable Energy Solutions, Design 75 for the sweet looking ride, ML Performance, you for broadcasting. I appreciate your time very much. And James and everyone at NLRA for putting this up. It was a fun event for sure.
All right, congratulations to Blake Majulis, your winner here tonight. We are going to chat to your hard charger here tonight in what was the 19 entry of Chase Hardy to bring home a 5th place finish. And Chase, congratulations. Well, that was fun. You made the bottom side work. You're probably one of the only drivers to run the bottom for the majority part of that race, and I sort of touched on it throughout the course of how difficult it can be to run that inside line, because one, there's not a lot of moisture down there, but two, you got to make sure those tires, you don't run over them, and you got to make sure that they don't send your car into a frenzy and spin out.
Yeah, the bottom was treacherous down there. It was a fine little line on the bottom. If you missed it, you'll just hang out loose and lose traction.
How tough is it to try and put 50, 60 laps on the bottom side, not only to minimise those mistakes, but to also to try and get past the cars that have got a whole lot of speed and momentum up on the top side?
You just got to keep it straight and pedal it and just keep it smooth and try to hit your marks every time.
Well, look, well done on beating the hard charger here in the Mid-South Mafia Throwback Attack race for the Super Late Models here at Limaland. Chase, before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shout out to all that good stuff, mate. Who makes this happen for you?
I'd like to thank Cocky Floyd Designs for the nice looking wrap, House of Speed for the setups, and Dylan Hauser for getting me going. And that's all, really. Thank you. Thank you for.
Well, I'll cut you off there. Yeah, go again. Go to that last part again.
Thank you for the broadcast.
All right, good job on hard charger, mate.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. That was Chase Hardy, tonight's hard charger from Limaland Motorsports Park. That'll wrap us up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Congratulations to our podium and our hard charger. Congratulations to all 23 drivers that made tonight's 60-lap main event. Congratulations to all the drivers that participated. And certainly everybody that put this on, MidSouth Mafia, they've done a heck of a lot of promoting and stuff like that to get this done. And it's cool that they come to the home of dirt track racing here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the iRacing broadcast side of things. That'll wrap us up here from Limaland. Thank you to each and everyone that checked in, commented, liked, shared, just supported the broadcast in general, supported these guys, and show you support to cheer on your favorite driver, a family member, teammate, whatever it might be. We thank you so very much for tuning in. Until then, or until our next broadcast, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night.